welcome to another episode of Comic Book Day. I'm Joe, and this is the show where I'm showing off all the comics that I bought this week, and talking about, everything going on in comics right now. First, I've got Batman and the Shadow number 4. I haven't read this issue at all yet, but I've been enjoying Batman and the Shadow. I like both of those characters a lot, and it's kind of fun to see them, they've kind of put the Shadow kind of into Batman's, past and origin story and stuff. So it's kind of cool to see how they're doing that. This is The Flash, number 27. This has been a pretty good story so far. It's been Flash going up against Reverse Flash. This is the conclusion of that story. Running Scared, I'm pretty sure is what it's called. I just read it today, but I can't remember. Yeah, Running Scared is what it was called. But yeah, I've liked this a lot so far. I like Reverse Flash a lot. He's one of my favorite Flash villains, so, I think they did a good story with him right now. And they kind of did, some Iris West stuff, too, that they had in here, so it was pretty good. This is Spider-Gwen number 22. This is, kind of the conclusion, I think, maybe, of the whole storyline that's been involving Harry Osborn as the Lizard in Spider-Gwen's universe, and she's been hunted by Wolverine, well, Logan, I think, is all they call him in this universe, and Kitty Pryde, who is kind of this universe's X-23. She's got 2 claws instead of 3, like X-23 has. But yeah, this one is good. It's exciting because I think it's setting up, kind of a Venom-type storyline for Spider-Gwen. So I really want to see that kind of, happen. Here is Spider-Gwen number 22, and, a lot of this art is pretty much the same art as always, which I always have liked the art from Spider-Gwen, especially the coloring I like a lot. They've had a lot of greens lately. They kind of do it, based off the story, kind of, colors that fit the story and the mood. But here, kind of later on, near the back half of the issue, you all of a sudden have a change in art style. See, here's the kind of normal classic style, and then over here they kind of have another artist, I think, that's come in, and I don't know if this artist is going to take over, but it seems like maybe, because the next cover looks considerably different than most of these covers have for Spider-Gwen. But I like this new art style. They have a really great picture here that, it's really exciting to kind of see. Like I said, they're doing this Venom storyline, and I love this picture just right here with this kind of Venom cloud over her. And then here's Harry Osborn. Not that it's very easy to understand if you haven't read it, but the Venom is actually coming out of Harry Osborn. It's part of his, lizard mutant mutagen, and combined with Spider-Gwen's radioactivity, withdraws it, but created this symbiote at the same time. So yeah, I'm really excited to see what they're gonna do with this, Venom storyline, and I'm excited to see if there's a new artist on here, because I do like this art. But yeah, here's this next cover, which looks way different than, most of the covers have looked, something like this, at least, this style. So yeah, I'm excited to see if they're gonna have some new art. This is Secret Empire number 7. This one has kind of, some big events. Now it's kind of a little older. But yeah, in this issue, Black Widow and Spider-Man, Miles Morales, are trying to assassinate Captain America. But Black Widow doesn't want him to have to go through with it at all, so she tries to, lock him away and, keep him away from Captain America so that he doesn't have to end up becoming a killer. And yeah, I think this issue played out pretty good. It's got a couple of assassination attempts on Steve Rogers, actually, which is kind of, interesting and exciting. And it ends very kind of exciting with, well, Captain America, but Sam Wilson dressing up again as Captain America, you know, ready to lead kind of a fight against Steve Rogers now. This is Rough Riders number 5. I haven't gotten to read this issue at all yet, but I'm excited to. The last issue revealed that Thomas Edison was basically in charge of all the anarchists that had tried to assassinate, or had successfully assassinated the president. But, you know, no explanation as to why at all. We just saw him with them, you know. I don't know if he's the leader. I just assume, actually, with the way they've had Thomas Edison, that he would probably be pretty high up, you know, in the anarchist ranks. So I assume he's the leader. He could just be kind of another anarchist. Maybe he's the brains, kind of, but not actually the leader. That's kind of how he's been with the Rough Riders, so it would make sense for that. But I feel like probably Edison is going to be the main anarchist, because he's a pretty cocky guy in this comic, I think in real life too. But yeah, I think that he's probably the bad guy in this. This is Captain America, Steve Rogers' Captain America, number 19. This is basically takes place right after Secret Empire. That's, you know, you can see where Sharon Carter's there. She was another one. She was the other person who attempted to kill Captain America in the last issue of this. Well, this current issue of Secret Empire, I guess, actually. And so this is him kind of talking to her a bunch and reflecting on, you know, everything that's happened at the end of Secret Empire number 6. Madam Hydra, who is this woman who is kind of in Steve Rogers', I don't know, whatever kind of reality where he was a Hydra agent all the time. Maybe it's real, maybe it's fake. They haven't completely answered that still. But yeah, in his past, she kind of helped, you know, usher him and raise him into being, you know, the Captain America, well, Steve Rogers that he is. And so, yeah, now he's kind of very distraught because she died, and so he is, you know, kind of on the warpath, but not much has happened. This is still pretty much in the immediate aftermath. Both this and Secret Empire number 7 are pretty much right after Secret Empire number 6. Alright, so here is the artwork from Steve Rogers' Captain America number 19. I don't know why I keep wanting to say that the other way around. This time, I don't know, I was a little disappointed at the beginning. I don't really like this artwork that they have here, but there's kind of a couple of like flashbacks throughout here that have different artwork that I do like a lot. I liked this part, and then I think it's probably, you know, the same art, well, probably the same artist later on. Actually, Steve Rogers looks a little different, but I like this art style too, here in this kind of flashback, but you have it kind of in between, you know, this style that I don't really like a lot. A lot of this is just in the flashbacks, but still, I mean, you know, it doesn't matter that they had that style that I don't really like a lot, but I didn't really care for this kind of other in-between, the main actual timeline, I guess, because everything else is flashbacks. And this is AllStar Batman number 12. This has been a really good series so far. It's Scott Snyder, so I think, of course, it's going to be great. But this has been a good story that kind of, you know, ties into, I don't know, Alfred's origin, sort of. Kind of how he became the man that he is, you know, someone who would be willing to help, you know, Batman on this crazy crusade. And it's revealing that he was kind of approached to be sort of a Batman-like figure over in England, only it was like a government-sanctioned, although not officially government-sanctioned kind of program. But yeah, he was supposed to be Batman at one point, or maybe is Batman. You know, they haven't gotten that far into his backstory at all. He might have even run around as I don't know what they have called him at all so far. They've just been this, knight that Batman has fought in the last issue. And so, yeah, maybe we'll get to see Alfred running around dressed up as that in the past. But there's definitely a lot that, is going to tie in with Alfred's story. He's basically going up against the same organization and, like, his same mentor guy. So, yeah, I'm really excited to see this. I love Alfred. So, yeah, I want to see where this is going to go. And that is the show. That's everything about this week. So, thanks for watching. And as always, go through, leave a like, subscribe to the channel if you like the video, and leave me some comments telling me what you think of these comics that I bought this week. Definitely let me know what you think about Secret Empire. I love reading people, online argue about Secret Empire a lot. I understand why people wouldn't like it, but I've been enjoying it a lot. And yeah, really just talk about any of the comics though. So I'll see you next week.